Go ahead.
Hi there.
Go ahead.
Hi there. Hi there. Hi there. Hi there. Welcome back to Drink This, buddy. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Nice to be seen.
Don't see enough of you.
You didn't say drink this time.
I didn't. I think we might be drinking some wine.
Looks like wine.
So I guess it was up to you to choose the wines this week. So why don't you tell us a little bit?
Sure. Well, I love my two favorite wines by far, Barolo and Chateauneuf-de-Pape. I can't afford
Which
either.
these are not.
No, I can't afford either right now. Or actually, I have a few, but I'd like them to age a bit before I crack them open. Anyways, Chateauneuf is a GSM blend, and GSM is
Grenache, Syrah and Mourvedre.
instead of Chateauneuf-du-Pape, I thought we would try some GSM blends, but slightly different. So we have one from the Southern Rhone.
And one from Australia.
One from Australia, from the McLaren Vale region near Adelaide.
Adelaide. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to compare them. It's about a $21 versus $32 more or less.
$21.90 and
This one's 21.
$21.90 and what is it we're talking about? $31.75.
And the wines we're comparing tonight is Chapel Hill, the Parson from McLaren Vale at $21.90.
$21.90.
And the Côte du Rhône, or it's not a Côte du Rhône, it's from the Southern Rhône.
It is from Southern Rhone, and I can't remember what it is now.
Delas.
Delas Vacqueyras.
Vacqueyras.
But with a Y in there.
Yeah.
Just to screw us up.
Why? Yes.
Yes.
All right, we're starting with
with the Domaine de Genêts.
French wine.
French wine.
French apparently are very good at making wine.
They've been doing it for at least a decade or so.
At least. Or no, 1,000 years. No, 2,000 years.
Although this winery has not been in existence for that long.
No.
I mean, given the fact that, the French have been at it for thousands of years, this winery started in 93. So probably, the winemakers have been around a while, but basically it has been in existence since 93. So
30 odd years, which
30 odd years.
I mean, it's a long enough time, but a lot of these chateaus in France have been making wine like the same family for 100, 200 years. So 30 years is a blink of the eye in the French winemaking world.
So, but it looks interesting. They definitely know what they're doing, and let's see what they can.
Let's try the wine. Cheers.
Cheers. It smells a lot older than 2018.
Yeah, they're both young wines, 2019 and 2018.
And for what I was reading, it's not like it's aged for 2 years. It's aged up to 12 months. So it's not a long aging process. So we were talking about they must know what they're doing. Just by taking a little sniff, it seems that we might have ourselves a winner.
Smells very good. It smells a little foresty, I get a bit of leather, maybe dried fruits, dried blueberry.
Yeah.
What are you picking up?
Some nice dark fruits. There's a hint of cherry, definitely a hint of chocolate.
It does. Very nicely balanced. Good acidity, good medium plus all the way around. Acidity, the tannins. Finish maybe a little closer to medium, not super long, but very interesting flavors in here.
Really, I find it has a nice long finish.
Yeah.
The tobaccos come out at the end. And oddly enough, I only started to detect the tobaccos. I kept wondering what they were talking about. And since I have started to detect them, I think it's more of a feel than a taste.
Yeah. I've noticed that too. Once I discovered the taste of, not the taste isn't the right word, but when I first noticed some leather in a wine, once you key in on it, then you start to notice it more often. So that's part of tasting often and developing your skills, I guess. We should do this more often.
Okay.
All right, good.
There's a nice smell of cherry. There's a sweetness, but it's not overbearing. It's really nice.
And I noticed on a couple of other shows you often refer to sweetness, but he doesn't mean the wine is sweet. It's not like a sugary wine. There's something about the aromas,
like the smell
of candy,
the
of
smells
fruit.
of the smells of chocolate, the smells of vanilla, smell of a nice
So
red
it's still
cherry.
quite a dry wine, but has some of these aromas of sweeter things. I really like
enjoying
this. I really like this wine. We were talking earlier about coming up with a scale that we could use that was appropriate. We tend to disagree on the 90-point scale, so we thought we would try. We'll see how it plays out. And you guys can drop in the comments what you would think on it. We're going to try a 1 on 10 scale with 0.5 increments. That's what we're going to experiment with.
That's what we talked about.
Glenn Smith had some cool comments about our Bordeaux show. So thanks for tuning in, Glenn. Hope to see more of you in the comments, and along with some more of our older friends.
Or
That'd
hear
be great,
more from
great
you
to
in
hear.
the comments.
Read
But
more,
we'd love
hear
to
more.
see you. But
Well, you see his little picture, this little guy
it's
down.
very small.
He's getting a bit of gray like you, actually.
Where? Gray? Huh? No.
Just saying.
I dye.
Yeah, to look more mature.
Yeah.
Is it working?
It's my biker look.
Yeah. We're talking about experimenting with a grading system on 10 with 0.5 increments. Do you have an idea of what you'd give this one?
0.5.
I think it's a little better now. I would go at least 1.5. No, I think we're confused.
In
It can
all
go
honesty,
up, it can go up to 10.
So I would be good to give this a 7.5.
Yeah, I think I'll go 8. I quite like it.
I like it as well.
I quite like it. I don't just like it. I quite like it.
So do
So
I.
I'll give an extra 0.5. I'm going to go 8. I think it's a pretty good wine, especially at the price, 30 odd bucks. Pretty good wine for the price.
I agree. And to me, a pretty good wine is 7.5.
All right. Well, it's a good baseline for our future tastings and scores.
Agreed. Now I have to remember what this tastes like.
Next wine on the list is Chapel Hill, the Parson from McLaren Vale
Right?
in Australia.
Yeah, it's an interesting history. It was a old chapel. I believe the chapel's been around was around since 1865. Served as a chapel.
Is that on the vineyard, where the wines are, where the grapes are?
It is, and they revamped the chapel. I think it closed down in 1965. So it celebrated its 100th anniversary, and they turned it into a vineyard. What a way to go! Believe it was 75 that they turned out their first bottle. So they've been at this for a little while.
For Australia, that's pretty old.
From Australia.
Australia's only come on the last 20, 30 years. So if you're going
Australia
back 50,
and California, right? They were basically
Yeah,
early 70s.
yeah.
California basically hit the market running.
well, they've been making wine a lot longer now. It's just they started to get in groove.
Well, the old school snobbiness basically took a hit in the early 70s when some of the New World wines showed their punch.
Yeah,
And I think that was good for the whole world of wine.
definitely.
It just made everyone better. And Australia being one of them. And so basically they started when Australian and California wines started to take off.
This wine is red. This wine is dark.
It is a very nice, rich red, just as much as the...
No, we always talk about this, how we try a wine before we tape, and we talk about it a little bit, and then we have it a little later on, and the flavors, the aromas really evolve. This one is waking up.
It is.
We weren't huge fans earlier on, but I got a big whiff of dark fruit, of plum. It's much better than earlier.
So,
It's very drinkable. I mean, it's very nice.
yeah, I find it's
Strawberry.
it's opened up a little more.
Yeah. I mean, considering they're both blends of the same 3 grapes, they're very different.
They're a world apart.
Ah. It's showing well.
Licorice cherry. I like this wine.
Yeah,
I really enjoying this wine.
much better than that earlier. Now that it's opened up, we're gonna have to go back to the other one and compare again.
You do
Earlier,
anything?
I should say, when we sampled the wines before starting recording, we're strongly leaning towards the more expensive French wine. But Ron's leaning the other way now, maybe.
There's a explosion of cherry that I've never had in any wine.
Cherry Coke.
looking forward to my next sip.
Let's do it.
Let's. Cheers.
I would not complain if somebody gave me this wine. And I'm a big complainer.
Yes, you are.
So no complaints at all with this.
Anything that brings me to another level.
Yeah.
And this is bringing me to another
Well,
level.
here, I'll level up your happiness. How about that?
Thank you.
Boom, I'll try a little too. It's good wine.
Take it easy. I'm walking.
Chapel Hill, the Parson. It's gonna get how we on the scores for that.
Well, I gave this a 7.5.
So you gave yourself room to maneuver, or are you
I
gonna
did.
match it? You're gonna match it, but it's less expensive.
I'm going to match it.
7.5, $10 cheaper.
Best thing I can suggest is open your bottle early,
Yeah.
decant where you can, and leave it to sit at least half an hour.
We popped and poured this one. It was okay. But after, about 15, 20 minutes in, it's really coming alive.
And I mean, it's day and night. So in closing, I think 2 nice surprises.
Yes.
One was expected to be good.
Yes.
The other was hoped to be good.
Yeah.
For $21.90, that is my winner, Chapel Hill. I'm getting more and more out of it as I go. I think for 2019, ready to drink, it is very good.
Mm-hmm.
The Domaine Genêts, can't go wrong. Much better finish, better wine in general.
Yeah.
But I think for the $10 less, can't go wrong with the Chapel Hill. So
Absolutely
either
not.
way, can't go wrong. My winner, Chapel Hill.
I graded the Southern Rhone wine an 8 and the Chapel Hill only a 7.5. But like you said, $10 difference. No complaints at all with that. It's quite a nice wine. I kind of give the nod to that one if budget's not too much of a concern.
Nope.
But I really enjoyed them both. So lucky us, 2 good wines tonight.
So press subscribe, give us a like, get back to us, tell us which one is your favorite.
And if you have a suggestion for a future show, let us know. We're happy to try all sorts of wines. We don't mind. We'll do it.
We will.
Right. We will.
It's all for you. And you for one.
Cheers. Thanks a lot for coming. Nice wine. Hey?
Agreed.
Excellent.